Hello, Spire friends. This is our lesson for Wednesday, May 20th, 2020. Materials today are your PDF files and your alphabet arc. We are going to begin with our phoneme deck. Here we go. J, E. Hard sound, the. Soft sound, th. Z. O, ong, n, sh, unk, v, ang, y, ank, h, t, x, b, wh, onk, s, m, k, ing, g, k, w, a, ung, d, I, o, a, ink, ch, s. Good job. All right. We are going to go ahead and work with our alphabet arc. So let's go ahead and pull that out. I'd like you to build the word hiss. Hiss. So we have I. One vowel sound and it's short. So double your S. What's the word? Hiss. Okay. Once again, this is not a word ladder, so we're going to go ahead and replace all of our letters into our arc. I want you to make the word with. If. Okay. So not with, with. W-H. One vowel sound and it's short, so we need to double our consonant. What's the word? With. Good. All right. We will replace. It's a lot of pulling and replacing, right? Okay, let's make the word glass. Glass. So, g, o, a. We have a short vowel and only one vowel sound, so we will double our consonant on the end. What's this word? Glass. Good. Return your phonemes. All right, let's make the word shell. Sh, e, l. So, sh, we would need S-H. E is E. One vowel sound and it's short, so we double that final consonant. What's that word? Shell. Okay. Right, let's return these. Oops. All right, friends, the last word to build, chill. Ch, I, o, chill. Ch is C-H. I is I. One vowel sound and it's short, so we double our consonant. And what's that word? Chill. Very good. Very good. All right, friends, we are going to move on to reading our story today. Your story for today is Deb and Ross on the Job. Okay, and you notice that this passage, I have numbered the lines, but this passage also has paragraphs. All right, and I'm going to hold this up so we can number the paragraphs as well. How do you know when a new paragraph begins? When you see an indentation, that's when a new paragraph begins. So this is paragraph 1. Now I see it indented again. That's paragraph 2. Here's another indentation, paragraph 3. And one more. So that's paragraph 4. Okay, so I'll refer to the lines and the paragraphs on this for you guys, just so we can get used to recognizing or reviewing when a new paragraph begins. Okay, all right, friends, so we are going to read on Deb and Ross on the job. We're going to read lines 1 through 3, which is paragraph 1. So I'd like you to pause the video and read that to yourself, and then we're going to come back and read it together aloud, okay? All right, friends, we're reading lines 1 through 3, which is paragraph number 1. Here we go. Deb has a big job to do. Deb has to cut logs into bits. Deb cannot finish fast. Deb asks Ross to help. Ross will help Deb do the job. Right? So Deb has a big job to do. She's got to cut a bunch of logs into small pieces, but she can't finish fast. All right? So she asks someone to help her. Who does she ask to help her? Ross. Ross is who she asks to help her. Okay, we're going to move on and we're going to read paragraph 2. In paragraph 2 are lines 4, 5, 6, and 7. So read that to yourself and then come back and we'll read aloud. All right, friends, we're reading paragraph 2, lines 4, 5, 6, and 7. All right, Ross and Deb cut the logs. Ross hits a big, long log with an axe. Ross has to chop and chop. It is hot in the sun. It is not fast to cut the long log. Ross puffs and puffs. Ross cuts hunks off the log. The log is cut into lots of bits. Okay? So paragraph 2 really tells us all the things that Ross does to help Deb with her job of cutting all the logs. Okay, all right, you are going to pause the video and read paragraph 3, lines 8, 9, and 10, and then come back and we'll read orally. All right, paragraph 3, lines 8, 9, and 10. Deb and Ross cut the logs. Deb is glad. Ross did a swell job. Ross will put his axe in the tent. Then Ross will sit a spell to drink a full glass of milk. When it says he will sit a spell, that means he's just going to sit a length of time, a small amount of time, okay? All right. Now, read lines 11 and 12, which is paragraph 4, and come back and we'll read orally. Okay, lines 11 and 12, and paragraph 4. It was hard to do, but it was a thrill to finish a job well. Ross is glad his job is through. That last word, say that for me. Through. Good. That's a sight word. I don't have the sight word cards for this lesson. I thought I brought all of them home, but I guess I'm missing toward the end of the stack. So I'm sorry about that. I don't have all the materials here for that. So, all right, friends. So we finished up our story, and I did include the graphic organizer for Deb and Ross on the job. This was a little bit, I don't know necessarily that this is the best graphic organizer for this story. So I went ahead and filled it in, and I just like to talk about it during our lesson. If you want to fill it in as we go along, you can do that, or we can just discuss, okay? But this is what the graphic organizer looks like. This is what Ross can do and what Ross is, okay? So the answers that they were looking for here, things that Ross can do, and this is why I say I don't think the question was asked very well. It is not fast to cut the long log. To me, that's not what Ross can do, but that's what it's given me. So that's why I'm telling you the answers, okay? Ross puffs and puffs, and then the log is cut into lots of bits. Now, if you take all of these three things, it's not a fast job, Ross puffs and puffs, and finally the log is cut into bits, we can read those things and figure out what Ross is. What do you think Ross is? Ross is probably strong, right? He did a big job and kept going. Okay, so that's what the graphic organizer for this story looks like. All right, friends, at this time I'd like you to get out your dictation paper, and we are going to begin with our sounds. All right, sounds. Number 1, S. There are 2 ways that we have discussed spelling S. I'd like you to include both, please. Number 2, sh, sh. Number 3, ink, ink. Number 4, ah, ah. And number 5, and now we're going to move on to words. Number 1 is swell. Swell. Okay. Number 2 is grass. Grass. Number 3 is cuff. Number 4 is miss. Miss. And number 5 is moss. Moss. Okay. Your sentence for today, I want you to put your pencil down and just listen, okay? Your sentence is, get a whiff of this. Listen again. Get a whiff of this. Okay. I want you to say it along with me as I draw lines. Here we go. Get a whiff of this. Let's say it once more together. Get a whiff of this. Okay, I want you to pick up your pencil. You're going to draw lines on your paper, saying the words in this sentence as you draw your lines. Write your words and come back and we will check your dictation. Okay. All right, we are going to begin checking with sounds. Number 1 was S, and I wanted 2 ways to spell S. So we have S, and we also have SS. Okay, number 2 was sh, SH. Number 3, ink, INK. Number 4, just an A. And number 5 was th, the soft sound of TH. Okay. For your words, we had swell, S-W-E-L-L, so S-W-E-L-L. Number 2 was grass. Make sure you include all of your phonemes there. Number 3 was cuff, C-U-F-F. Number 4 was miss, M-I-S-S. And number 5 was moss, M-O-S-S. Okay. And your sentence today was get a whiff of this. So you need a capital letter for get, a, whiff, W-H-I, you need to double your consonant because you have a short vowel. There's only one vowel sound, okay? Of, it's a sight word, O-F, and this, T-H-I-S, and you need a period. I have a period there. I'm not sure how well it shows up, but I do have one, okay? All right, friends, the last thing that we need to do today are the questions that go along with this story. Now, I will tell you, number 3 was a little bit difficult for me to pull out exactly what they were looking for. So our answers may vary just a tiny bit on number 3. Just do the best you can and we'll talk about it when you finish, okay? So complete those questions and come back and we'll check them together. All right, so let's check our questions for Deb and Ross on the job. Number 1, what is Deb's problem? Deb has a big job to do and she cannot finish fast. That's her problem. She has a lot to do and it's slow work, okay? Who will help Deb? Ross. Okay, and on number 3, it says list 4 things that Ross did to help Deb. Now, I pulled all of these things out of, just a second, I think it was paragraph 2. Yes, I pulled all of the things that I put on out of paragraph 2. All right, and things that Ross did, he cut logs, he hit a big long log with an axe, he chops and chops, and he cuts hunks off the log. Okay, that's what I got for the 4 things that Ross did. Now, your answers may vary just a little bit. The reason I chose these things were these were all things that Ross actually did to help. I know it mentioned that Ross puffs and puffs. That is something that he did, but was that helpful to Deb? I didn't list that because I didn't feel like that was something that helped Deb. He just did it. Okay, so that's where I came up with my answers. All right, number 4, tell what Deb felt when the job was through. Deb felt glad. And number 5, tell what Ross felt when the job was through. Ross was glad as well. Okay. All right, guys, we are finished up with our Spire lesson for Wednesday, May 20th. Have a great day, and I'll see you soon. Bye.